lush green fields of the Philippines, rolling through tropical village scenes. New friends made along the way, sharing stories at the break of day.
Hello and welcome to Arizona Trails, the Philippine Tales. My name is Steve and welcome to week number 94 of the Philippine House Build. But before we get into that, have you noticed that your money doesn't quite buy what it used to? Are you starting to notice the Red-Green Alliance or the Communist Islam Alliance that is taking over a government position near you? But you're too old to care or do anything about it? Then it is time to retire. Go somewhere, go anywhere. It doesn't necessarily have to be the Philippines, but always go to a place that treats both you and your money well. Here is Tinfoil Hat to Retirement.
Put on your tinfoil hat, grab your lands, church is under fire, no second chance. States crying out, world lend a hand, portfolio's dead, wasn't part of the plan. 50-year mortgage, sign your soul away, the price is still rising every single day. Interest rates, they look like Everest, budget's a joke, but they call it cleverness. Tariff checks, $2,000 in your palm, London's crime rate, sound the alarm. Democrats feast on their own parade, flights get canceled, dreams delayed. War with China's AI, who's got the code? Watermelon head meets pencil neck mode. Secret donut holes glazed in lies, shining shoes while the market cries. Liberals sob, conservatives scoff, get off the curb or get written off. Pens out of ink, use your finger instead. Giants got new uniforms, still seeing red. Signs, signs, everywhere signs. Ripple and MasterCard crossing lines. Time to torch old finance ways. Launch XRP, ETFs, Pelosi praise. Gold to gamble, buy or sell. Hotels and Wendy's say farewell. Low tax states, pack your bags. Credit markets, waving red flags. Bubble pops, hardship withdrawals. 7 and 7% in finance brawls. Buy some bonds, escape the heat. Young women say we're done with this beat. Dollar stores now $3.50. What a treat. Diapers coming, brace your seat. Grab your life raft, inflation swell. You get some money, Oprah's yell. Ignore the man behind the curtain spark. He's the great and buy it full oligarch. Poking holes in every claim. Volume surges, Wall Street's game. Tax the rich, roll the dice. X-Men and Transformers, Hollywood spice. Verizon cuts, foreclosures rise, credit cards scream, Schwab surprise. Bitcoin's bearish, printers on, welcome to the satire marathon. Truth or fiction, who can tell? It's just another week in headline hell.
Alright, that was Tinfoil Hat to Retirement. Now, since this channel is called From Arizona Trails to Philippine Tales, I do have a Philippine tale for you. And it does have to do with something about a goat. And no, it's not that kind of a goat story. But anyways, Flora and I needed to go down to the big city of Ormoc yesterday, and that's another reason why I'm coming out a day late again this week on the video. But usually you take what's called a jeepney. A jeepney is basically an extended Jeep. Then it looks like a bus, but it's not a bus. You actually enter through the back. It's got a bench on the left side, a bench on the right side. You can't stand fully up in it, but it is a good mode of transportation. It can usually sit between 12 and 15 people on each side. So usually you got a bus of about 30. They try to squeeze in about 45, but at least 30 people on the bus. And you're all cheek to cheek. So we get on this jeepney yesterday to go down to the big city of Ormoc, and we're all cheek to cheek. And just before we get to our destination, the driver decides to pull over. He sees a husband, a wife, and a small child. Asks them if they need a ride. Well, there was one additional passenger. It was indeed a goat, and so of course, the driver says, if you bring that goat on here, you better not crap in the jeepney. So the guy was like, yeah, no problem. I'm going to pay for this goat as another person, and if he does take a crap, then I'll go ahead and I'll clean it up. Okay, so we're all looking at each other like, now I've been here now for about a year and 2 months, and I've never seen someone bring on an animal. I mean, there's pigs out here, there's chickens out here, and of course goats, but I've never seen anybody bring a goat onto a jeepney. So we're all looking, and you can hear this goat going bah, 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 all the way, as we're driving. And what do you think that goat does? Sure than crap. He craps all over in the middle of the aisle. It's just hilarious. And if you've ever been to the zoo and go to the petting zoo, the farm part, there's goats, and you definitely know what kind of a mess they can make. So yeah, that goat just everybody. So we're all again cheek to cheek, full jeepney bus kind of thing, and that goat did. So finally, so he goes down a little bit down the road, and sure enough, him, his wife, his kid gets off, and of course the goat. But does he clean up like he said he did? No, he didn't. And what had to happen? So the passengers that was towards the back of the jeepney, where the entrance is, had to take their flip-flops and just scoot the goat crap right out the back of the door. So that was our adventure yesterday with the Philippine tale of things that you might expect, or maybe things you might not expect in the Philippines. So that is my goat story for this week. And the reason why I'm trying to do a little bit more filler, just for the simple fact that we only have 2 workers that come. One worker, again, does the painting. Another worker is trying to fill up the ground level a little bit. And a matter of fact, we've got a broken wheelbarrow, so now that process is going a little bit slower. I think the axle might be broken on the wheelbarrow, and that is the reason why we are going a little bit slower now. But we're still getting things done, so we'll just take a look here. So as you can tell here, some dirt has been brought in, and that's about where we are here in the back. Let's see, we'll continue walking around back here. So yeah, basically we got some additional dirt that we brought in. So it's just clay type mud, and then once the yard is full of this clay type mud, then we can actually bring in more gravel to put on top, and then eventually, of course, the gravel will sink down into the clay a little bit, but then grass will start growing, and it should be good. So yes, you can see the trails back here where the wheelbarrow used to go, just to bring in some of the dirt that's going on back here. Plus, we've had lots of rain, and that is also what's taking place. If you look straight ahead, you'll see some wooden boards right there. So last week I mentioned that we have a new neighbor, and they are starting their Biokobu process, or that's going to be their workman's shed that's out there, just like we had our workman's shed out in the front. So that's usually how it begins. So whatever work's going to be done on a property, they'll bring in that Biokobu, so that way the workers have a place to stay. All right, so back here, all of our pipes are covered. So that pipe going out the wall there is now covered. We still have, they brought in some more dirt back here. So here's even a tree that was planted. And then they moved a lot of the stuff over here, the extra stuff. We still have some hanging pipe covers there. They still need to get rid of this structure right here, but this where they've tried to bring in some dirt and everything is again where our shed is going to be for our tools. So not too bad, not too bad. They did clear out. Oh, that's one thing too. So our previous contractor actually came to get a lot of the stuff that was back here. So see, all this is now cleared out. So that is good. They picked up a lot of materials. I mean, we have materials. We try to move all the materials that we don't need back against the walls. So that's why we have wood piles and things that barrels, and all this will go back to the contractor as well, but they wanted to clean some stuff up back here. This is our broken wheelbarrow. I think it's not just a matter of getting a wheel. I think it's the axle as well. Haven't really taken a look at it, but I think that something on the inside of that wheel needs to be replaced. So that's one of the things that we probably need to get done here. But at least a lot of the wood of the structure, the last remnants of the structure that was up front, the Biokobu, is no longer back here in the back. And so again, this, if you go back to my earlier videos, you can see that this is the septic tank right here. I don't know why they would put concrete right here. I mean, if these are our access points to the septic tank, why put concrete down here? Not unless, I mean, these could be access panels. So it looks like they might have been access panels at one time. Maybe they still are. But you would think that where these center points are right there, that they would put maybe a hook or something, that because I see like this tells me that maybe these are lids, concrete lids. So these are concrete lids that probably can be pulled up. They just need maybe a metal handle or something to be put on them. All right, so that is this back part here. So they did try to fill in, and that's pretty much what we're trying to work on. We're trying to fill everything in to where we can have ground level here back in the back. We'll go this way here. And one thing that, remember I was talking about the rainstorms and stuff like that, and the typhoons. I was talking about water getting in through the windows. Now, these windows out here are, I mean, I would say that they're good enough. These windows are good enough for what a window is intended for, you know, to keep out the weather and stuff like that. But when you have a typhoon that's blowing water at a, 100 miles an hour, it's going to find a way to get through the windows. And what we had was, and they've already resealed everything. Usually when you look at these windows, you think, oh, okay, here's the glass, here's the frame. Let's put some rubber seal, or the ceiling. Let's put the ceiling right here where the glass connects to the frame. Well, really, what was taking place is the joints of the frame. So here's the outside of the frame, and there is a joint. See, this is what they did. They resealed the joints of each one of these frames. So water was coming in through these joints right here and right here of where the frames actually come together, and that's how the water was actually getting in. So the wind would blow the water, it would go right through the joints, the frame would fill up with water, and then the joint on the other side of the glass, the water would then come out through the other joint and then drip down into the house. So that's what we were experiencing during the typhoon. But we told them to come back out and seal the joints so that way water doesn't get into the joints this way. So that's what we were doing here. All right. So again, a lot of the painting is done. We're still trying to get the there goes Scaredy Dog. He is just a scared dog. He's going to walk around the other side of the house. So we had another, like I said, we had another pile of dirt brought in, and we transferred. So what they did was first they dug up a lot of this yard and then took it back to the back and then refilled this area. And of course they're going to fill. So we do have this being filled, which goes up to the sidewalk. Of course this is going to get filled right here. And then hopefully we'll have enough for the filling of this location. And then to fill maybe that portion over there up as well. So we got that. Now you can see the gate is finally all done from, so like last week you saw this gate painted black, but some of the bars hadn't been done, so now all the bars are completed. That's what they've done. They put on, all right, so remember this is all hand painted right here, so they put on another coat of emulsion to make it shiny, try and match the real tiles that's on those columns right there. They actually did that emulsion on that column, and they finally did the emulsion on that column. They painted the ceiling here white. They're starting to finish this up. They started, so he really worked on the columns first. So before this column didn't have the emulsion on it, so now it does, so it makes it a shiny brick looking. So that's all there as well. He started doing the paint. He's going to paint this whole staircase black like this, so he started the coats here. Flora thought that since this is black right here, to maybe have a black go from that stair, just give it a black or a gray baseline here, and then on each one of these steps going down this way. So we'd have that color black there. So eventually this will all be black in here, so they haven't really done too much else on this. The upper decks are still pretty much the same. I don't think he's done anything else up here. Oh, see, he did finish this column, because remember in last week's video it was white and you just had the design. So he went ahead and finished the color and then put the emulsion on. So that way this column is now complete. And it just looks like a tiled column, just like our real tiled columns. So again, in the Philippines, if you can't find certain items, you just have to adapt and overcome and maybe find someone that can create the illusion of what you're looking for. Because like I said, there's a lot of good skilled workers out here, and that is good. So we do have the skim coat on up here. It's just a skim coat, and when we had the typhoons go through, it washed a lot of the skim coat off. So all this needs to be not just skim coated, but then once we got skim coated, then we can get that all taken care of. Brownie, you better be careful up there. Get down, bud. You're not a... Look at this dog. He is also looking sort of like the Lion King. He's the king of all that he surveys. Yeah, sometimes I hear him on the roof. Like he'll come up here on the roof deck and he'll either sit on the stairs, or I guess now he's climbing the wall, or sometimes he'll get down here and I hear him walking. Like you can see all of his footprints right here. So yes, he does walk this way. But yep, there he is. Brownie, be careful. Yes, when it rains up here, we do have 2 drain holes up here. So we got a drain hole right there. And then we have another drain hole in the corner. And basically that drain hole there will go down and exit out through the pipes that are down below. So yes, one long driveway that goes down. Matter of fact, you can't even go further than that, or otherwise the truck will get stuck in the mud. So that's about as far down. All right, you can see the fogs coming in over the mountains. So this is early in the morning, and if you look up into the mountain ranges, you can see the fog and the clouds coming over sometimes. So this is the view that you get. Even so, it is a foggy morning. Everybody's getting up early in the morning to go to work and school for a Monday. All right, I'm going back down. Oh, Brownie, you get down. You be careful. All right, so that's pretty much our update for today. So that is our update for today. I know it was short, at least you got a Philippine tale out of it. I want to thank you for joining week number 94 of the Philippine house build on the outside. Again, we're going to keep you posted on the little things that we do. And until next week, thank you again for joining Arizona Trails and Philippine Tales. You have a great day. Bye-bye.